Happy Church Day, America! Hi, this is Finn. Welcome for a new episode of the Finnanigans show. So today I am recording a special episode with some new guests that you have maybe met before, but here they are. They are three of my paintings that I want to introduce as I am back in Florida to ship some paintings to the NEWSMAX network. So today I want to make a special episode about journalism. You know, journalism is so important. You are the investigators of the truth, the gatekeepers of the information. You know, you're programming the mind of people worldwide. We decide how we present the truth. There are always several sides of the truth. And, you know, the way we work together to collaborate, to harmonize our speech, to help people evolve in their programming, whether it is cultural or religious or the education, or how to move in society, how to succeed in society. This is all the things I want to talk about today. Okay, so today I want to talk about the success tax. So this is a concept that was presented by my mentor, Dean Graziosi and Tony Robbins. And you know, I've been joking around, kind of having nervous breakdowns during my whole professional journey because I wanted to work in a big organization like the United Nations or at the White House and things like this. But in fact, I was more led to create my own business with my artworks and my paintings and record conferences to explain, you know, the cultural symbols, and also how it expanded my mind, my mindset, and forced me to develop, to be resourceful, like they say, and to develop new ideas to really expand the business and present my artwork. So I did exhibitions. What did I do? Online workshops during COVID, workshops at my house. I partnered with organizations all around the neighborhood, local yoga studios and things like that, restaurants, you know, to try to have an impact on my local community. I also worked in a school where I was an English teacher or a science teacher, a Spanish teacher, and at the same time, I never gave up on my idea to work with the United Nations. So every time I wanted to partner with people, I would send paintings to present my work, because on pictures sometimes it doesn't give it justice. So I would send out samples like mini paintings or literally masterpieces, so people could actually see what the paintings look like, and it would be something very personalized, you know, with the colors of the person, or that relates, and even but translated into symbols and mandalas and colors and things like this. So today, these two paintings that I have behind me, so this one is called Aurora, and it represents the Aurora Borealis and a view of the Earth from the sky, right, the universe. So I love this one. This is really my personal artwork because every time I look at it, it reminds me, what do I want to accomplish on this planet? You know, what are you trying to be? What is your destiny? Once this life goes, what, you know, have you accomplished? What do you want to be successful with? And all the astronauts that go to space, they say that it makes them have a lot of, you know, relativity about humanity and the way people treat each other. So I really love that one. This one is called Chacana. So Chacana, this one is special gift for Rob Finnerty. Thank you for sponsoring the Finnanigans show. I love the whole NEWSMAX team. You guys are so funny and covering all kind of topics that is needed. We need to have dialogues about mostly the politics, you know, the division between Democrats and Republicans. And this is mostly why I want to talk about the success tax, because a lot of people, they have this mentality that, oh, people don't work, they're lazy, you know. There was a lot of people being fired with the Doge. or they have, you know, in France, a lot of people would be like, oh, these people are unemployed, they are just lazy, they're taking advantage of the system. You know, once you have more than others, or you're a little bit comfortable, it's easy to go and judge the others, you know, that need help and that are maybe in transitions. But in fact, there are a lot of really educated people who want to work, who want to be part of society, who want to be integrated, and who are just not given the opportunity. And I'm the perfect example of that. Young woman who studied from the beginning. I knew I wanted to work in international diplomatic relationships, you know, negotiations and stuff. I studied, I had the perfect master's degree. I worked all around the world. I speak 3 languages, I understand 5. I sent samples of my work everywhere. I persisted. I sent my resume maybe 30 times to the United Nations. I sent paintings to the mastermind. I did every single thing possible to succeed in my professional journey. And the thing is, now talking about the success tax, is that it didn't work right away. People were like, maybe that's not enough, or you have to prove yourself, or do you really want it? You know, how, or is she loyal? Can we trust? And everything. And a lot of people just give up before, you know, they try something once or twice, and then they give up and they find it as an excuse that, oh, it just didn't work. But for me, without this, my life is meaningless. So, you know, I didn't have a choice to keep going. This is what I want to do. So I kept sending out the artwork, and then thanks to that, the artwork started connecting us and developing this giant network. And then that became my job. I never ever in my life wanted to be a social media influencer. That's not the job. There's no paycheck, there's no title. It's, you know, it's just like I feel like a ghost most of the time. But in fact, over 7 years and 8 years, and sharing this amazing content and sending out the artworks and seeing people realize once they have the painting, magical things start happening. Like things that they were like, what in the world is going on, you know? And then we start having this crazy telepathic communication and things like that. So this is something that just came naturally thanks to the art that we created. And now this is actually how we rule the politics, and we vote to make decisions, and we asking the government to listen to us. You know, remember, the government works for us. So we asked President Trump that, you know, when we ask for something, like to free Gaza, for example, to free Palestine, to stop the genocide in Israel, he listens to us, just like we gave a chance. When Trump came in and a lot of people were against him, I gave a chance, you know, to each government to be like, okay, this is your idea. I'm all about letting people work, let them do their job and fulfill their ideas. And we'll see soon enough if it was a good idea or not. I think they did amazing with, you know, the immigration. This was an abuse, you know. I've talked about that before. And now they're rectifying, you know, they've removed a lot of the criminals and the illegals and stuff, and now they're actually, for those who remain and the good ones who are working and trying to integrate, they are trying to implement new visas extensions and stuff. So the same with Netanyahu, we gave him a chance, you know. Marco Rubio, he was very supportive of Israel, and we gave them a chance to exterminate terrorism, because he has a point, he does. But then it degenerated in a dictator who doesn't listen to anyone and keeps killing people and children every day, you know. So we asked President Trump that he listens to us. Now still talking about the success tax, and also how to be a better human, you know, because people give up on things so easily. Relationships, you know, pride. People are so proud. And there is a big difference between dignity and pride, because like, you have to be proud of yourself. Of course, everything you do every day needs to make you proud and happy, but some people are so proud. Like, you one little argument and they just slap the door forever. They're angry forever. I see, like, my ex-husband, friends, people, you tell them to fuck off one time and that's it. This is the end of the world. Like, bro, you never argued with someone? And it just makes me laugh because I see how much I've been beat up in my journey to make it to politics. It's a world of men, and women need to, be very persistent to make it there, just because either they want to protect you, so they don't want to expose you, because yes, of course, as soon as you start having different opinions, you're getting bullied or you receive threats and things, or they think you have to spend time with your kids, so they keep you at home, or they sometimes just don't take you seriously. So I've been like beat up so many times and disrespected and humiliated, or just like ignored. We just get mad at each other. Like, literally, I lost my house, like, you know what I mean? And I'm still here cheering for people. So I really need a lot of, like, I'm very tolerant to a lot of those things, and it just makes me laugh when I see people who get mad, like really mad, for one little argument or one little thing that someone said, like once. Of course, like, I'm having a nervous breakdown about after 10 years, of the masterminds driving me crazy. 10 years every day, it's like an accumulation. But little things. So anyways, so this is Chakana. This is like this is actually my favorite artwork. So, whoops. Me sending this one out is a great gift that someone that I really admire and I'm really grateful for, which is Rob Finnerty at NEWSMAX. I love his style, his sarcasm, his attitudes, the way they got the communication right away, and they just expanded to their network. And this is really the ripple effects, the butterfly effect. So this is the Chakana. The Chakana is the Inca cross. The shamans in Peru used to use the Chakana as a door to other dimensions. And the center circle represents Cusco, which is the capital of the Inca Empire, the Tawantinsuyo. And it means the womb of the world. So they would use that center circle to travel through dimensions. This is why I kept some empty spots, just to have the energy flow, and connect to these universal portals. So all these steps, of course, they represent the different levels of life. The underworld, symbolized by the snake, the middle world, where we live, symbolized by the puma, the earth, the ground, and the sky. So the underworld, the middle world, and the sky, which is symbolized by the condor, which are the three totems animals of Peru: the snake, the condor, and the puma. All right. Of course, it's like a northwest, east and south and everything. The elements as well. So this is very, very powerful. Yes, I hope you like it. You guys can, I'd love for you guys to keep those at work, at the news network, so it inspires you for your conferences, and people who walk by, they can just like absorb. I promise you, when you look at those paintings and the next one I'm about to present, you're gonna really be absorbed by those paintings. Look at the colors. Let me show you. This one is called Imagination. This one is a gift for Carl. Carl. Thank you, Carl, for introducing me to all the network and your amazing work. And you're so funny. It's just nice to work with, reputable, journalists in America, and spread out the message to your audience and help evolve. Like I said, bring unity between the parties and not the division, the good old division between the Republican and Democrat that just hate each other. Like what we saw at the pool was so stupid. Like people will just vandalize the pool just because it's made by Donald Trump. The people are just so lame. Honestly, let people do their work. And this one is called Imagination. So these are sigils. of protection, courage, creativity, and abundance. They're like antennas, so it made me think of this extract I shared from the La Reina del Flow. When you have the young ones, they're all singing in the electric antennas and things. That made me think of you. So this one is a free flow Metatron cube. After I did my Metatron series, this one was the last one of the Metatron series, and it was literally like a free flow. I just did circles all around, and the color. This one, what's interesting with this one is the colors, how the colors just mix. You will see. I hope it reaches you. It makes it all the way to New York. But you will see how you have purple here and green here, and see the two colors mix here. Like you have green here and light green here, and the two colors mix here. You see? Also, it's all like a blend of communities and ideas. So these sigils are from a book. The 4 on the extremities, they are from a book, and the one in the center, I created it, right? Imagination. So for a sigil, you can look at the letters. You take the letters from the word and you mix up the letters together to make a symbol. You see the M, the I, the T here, a little styled T, the A right here, the O, and the N right here. Yep. So imagination with a big N, like the nation. So this is what we're doing, really, taking the country by the arts. And this one I already introduced. So that's it, guys. That was really a shout out for the journalists, a big thank you. And also, yes, talking about the success tax, I'm here in Florida actually, and my neighbors, they are moving. Taxes here are crazy. You have the government, DeSantis, who's been bragging for 2 years that he's going to remove the Florida taxes for, veterans and things. He's not doing it. And, I first lost my house and them too. Like, who's next? Like, when are you going to start helping people? This is why it's so important that we're working together and stop this mentality of, oh, whatever, people are broke, this is because they're lazy. No, that's not true. A lot of people are very hard workers and they worked all their lives, and we're still struggling. So we have to stop spending all our money in wars and invest it into Americans. This is why the Secretary of War, Pete Heck, said they're cutting off NATO a little bit instead of for sponsoring the war in Ukraine, which is actually benefiting Europe a lot. And so we can refocus more on Americans. I hope the same will happen to Israel. Actually, the America is not sending. They are sending. I think they said the plan would be to stop providing for Israel. I'm not sure exactly what's going on there right now. But at the same time, we are the saviors of the world. So if we don't do it, who will? Who is going to go help Iran or prevent them from developing more nuclear weapons? We've seen before that the nuclear weapons is the problem. This is why Netanyahu is doing what he's doing, because he's blackmailing with his nuclear weapons, and then people don't dare going and stop him, So it's very aggravating. It's very, very important that we be more supportive to our communities, more understanding, that we stop fighting and being mean. Like, oh, yesterday I got bullied in the airplane, like literally crazy. I was wasted. I've been drinking all day at the airport. I was waiting for a long time for my flight, and I was talking about politics with a lady right next to me. I don't know how we just started talking about politics, and she was for the Democrats, and I was like, yeah, I'm a Democrat as well. I voted for the Democrats, but it doesn't mean I'm going to try to go and prevent the government from working. I'm actually trying to help them and contribute, and we're balancing out ideas to make it better for everyone. And then I think someone heard me, because there were people looking at me behind, and then when I was sleeping in the airplane, someone spilled some water on my seat. Like, I thought I spilled my water. I woke up, I thought I spilled water. And I was a little drunk, so I didn't really realize. And I had water all over me. Like my pants completely soaking wet on my seat and stuff. I didn't pee myself, excuse me. Please. So I thought my cup of water fell, but in fact my cup of water was still full. And then when I came home in the evening, it was actually Coke. So it was like my old pants wasn't just like, what the hell? So, I'm like, that's crazy what people are so insane, hating for each other. But then when you love too much people, they don't like it either. So what do you guys want? More hate or more love, or trying to, find some middle range and give people opportunities while they're still motivated and before they become haters. And we all become a part of society to contribute. So that was the Finnanigans show for today, guys. I also want to introduce you to actually my neighbors, because when I'm talking about my previous neighbors, when I'm talking about being nice to each other and being supportive and contributing to your community, my neighbors, they have done that for me so many times. They have helped me. Hey guys,
well, every house goes up.
Can I record you to say hi?
Oh, okay.
In my video?
Yeah.
So this is my friend Debbie, my best friend in Florida. And this is Jim. These are my neighbors. They have helped me a million times. They saved my life. Jim has fixed everything in my life so many times. So, I was hoping that we all become millionaires. And
we're going to move to France, and Fanny's going to buy us a house.
That we could make it in life, so we could stay and live happy here in Florida. But now we're all moving. So, sadly, but that was a good opportunity for me to actually come back and see you guys before you guys move. And now we're about to go and move some stuff.
Yep.
Okay.
Bye.
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 Have fun.
I'm also sending some other surprises for the team at NEWSMAX. I'm not writing names on it. You will know what goes to who. So I hope you like it. Of course, you don't have to keep it at work. You can bring them home. It's really up to you guys. These are gifts that I'm honored to, that you're just even interested in it. So that's so cool. Most of my art, I sent it out as gift. I was like, man, people, they want my artwork. Yeah, you can have it. And so it's such an honor and exciting. And who knows? Maybe one day, I win the Nobel Prize and the art goes up, and then you can sell it and become millionaires. So, you never know.